My next guest went to medical school. This is back in 1998. He says he got in by pretending to be black, despite having a mediocre grade point average, 3.1. Vijay Jojo Chokal Ingam is the author of Almost Black, and he joins me now. Okay, Vijay, would you please take us back to 1998 and tell us your story?
So I am living proof of the hypocrisy and racism intrinsic in affirmative action. So back in college, I remember I met this light-skinned constitutional law professor at the University of Chicago. We used to play pickup basketball, named Barack Obama. And I remember looking at this dude and saying, if he can call himself black and go to Harvard, then why can't I? So when I decided to apply to medical school, I actually looked at the data that was published by the American Association of Medical Colleges. And I realized that I have a lot more likely to get into medical school if I said I was black than Asian American. So I shaved my head, I trimmed my long Indian eyelashes, I joined the Organization of Black Students, and I applied to medical school as a black man. It worked beyond my wildest expectations. I got waitlisted at Washington University and the University of Pennsylvania School of Medicine. Those are the third and fourth best med schools in the country. And I got into St. Louis University School of Medicine, despite the fact that my 3.1 GPA was dramatically lower than their average of 3.7 at the time. So I rode that affirmative action roller coaster all the way into medical school. But unfortunately, because of the new Supreme Court decision, you can't really do that anymore.
Okay, that's a good story. But once you got into medical school as a black man, you're not of African heritage. I believe you're of Indian heritage. Did other black students find out, and what was their reaction to you?
So, 100 students started. It's not like they disclosed to your school your race or your fellow classmates your race. So I just appeared on the first day of class as myself with my normal hair. There were 100 students starting on the same day, so I just blended in. No one ever noticed that I was not the race I claimed to be in my application.
Last one, you fully support the Supreme Court's ruling against affirmative action, right?
Yes, I'm very proud to join Edward Bloom, Students for Fair Admission, and their efforts to end affirmative action. But I want to warn you guys, this is just the beginning. We're going to have to fight a battle to enforce this decision because Joe Biden is never going to enforce it.
Vijay Jojo Chokal Ingam, thank you very much for being with us, sir. An eye-opener, and we appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Now see, this is what the fuck I'm talking about when I be calling these wannabe tethers, the Brown Clan and shit. This ugly-ass Q-Bert-looking motherfucker stay messing around in the black community, shucking and jiving like a trained monkey for white supremacy like his fat stankin'-ass sister Mindy Kaling. I'm programmed to keep it 100, so I'm calling your burnt gravy-smelling ass to the motel carpet for a verbal beatdown 'cause you a straight-up racist piece of shit. What the fuck does affirmative action gotta do with South Asian fucks like you, when you got a whole other country you can go back to and attend university? Oh yeah, your shit ain't popping over there 'cause of the caste system. An economic toilet bowl that relies on American 1%er fucks who sold out their country to pay you bottom feeders pennies on the dollar and rampant overpopulation and crime. Hey bruh, why black people stay in your fucking mouth? Are you for real? Are you serious? Can you let black people live, or are you gonna keep twerking and giving white supremacy a lap dance in the VIP room called America 3K's Inset? If you were a real man with a pair of balls, you would have made it public that you got into medical school under false pretenses by cosplaying a black man. But you didn't want the smoke or a big black boot flying up your curry hole because when it's all said and done, you are an op. How in the fuck did an obvious Indian Q-Bert-looking motherfucker get through a lengthy admissions process if it wasn't a setup from the get-go? You Brown Clan slobs ain't fooling anybody with an ounce of common sense, bitch. Geez, talk about George Soros. It's all in the bag, the brown bag.
This message has been paid for by the Dusties. Yes, the niggas you love to hate.